Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, December 8th. A major coastal storm is unfolding. It will have a long duration impact on much of the northeastern U.S. over the next few days. This storm will produce heavy rain and strong winds and in the coastal sections from New Jersey across Long Island into southern New England over the next day or so. Heavy, wet, accumulating snow in the interior sections of the northeastern part of the U.S., ranging from the mountainous regions of northeastern Pennsylvania all the way up across interior New England. Easily more than a foot of snow can fall in those areas over the next day or two. In the I-95 corridor, it'll be primarily a rain event during the brunt of the storm on Tuesday. However, it is cold enough and dry enough right now in the lower part of the atmosphere that we could have some snow and sleet at the onset in the overnight hours tonight. And certainly on the back end of the storm, as colder air wraps around, there can be some snow or snow shower activity even in the I-95 corridor from Tuesday night through the day Wednesday, even into Thursday. One other note, right now there are northeast winds at the surface, and it's actually producing a lake effect type of snow and sleet and rain right now across southern New Jersey. Northeast winds picking up moisture over the Atlantic Ocean. We can call it an ocean effect type of light precipitation event. That light rain, sleet, and snow could spread throughout New Jersey over the next few hours, even into southeastern Pennsylvania and all the way up to the New York City region. We have a lot to talk about over the next several minutes. A major coastal storm in formation right now. Let's take a look at the current surface conditions here. These black lines represent isobars, pressure, a pattern of very strong and cold high pressure system situated up across northern New England. The temperatures right now are way down in the 20s all the way down into southeastern Pennsylvania. The dew points are really low. Last hour, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, right in this region, for example, was reporting a dew point of just 5 degrees. That is critically important right now in case any precipitation surges into the area a little quicker than anticipated. Certainly can result in some snow or sleet later on today and tonight, and that's not even including this little outbreak right here. We have a little bit of ocean effect type of precipitation here. Again, northeast winds generally go parallel to these isobars seen here, and there are northeast winds right now and a little bit of an ocean effect. This is well ahead of the surface storm itself, not really all that related to the surface coastal storm, but more related to the high pressure system to the north and producing an ocean effect type of precipitation outbreak right now across southern New Jersey. Again, that could extend all the way into southeastern Pennsylvania over the next few hours or even up to New York City. A bit of sleet, snow, or rain possible over the next few hours. The steadier rainfall expected with the coastal storm will move into D.C. early on tonight and Philadelphia area probably around midnight or so, and then towards morning in the New York City region. And again, it is cold enough and dry enough that there certainly can be some snow or sleet well to the northwest of the district at the onset and all the way across southeastern Pennsylvania to New York City at the onset later on tonight into the first part of tomorrow. Well, here's another look at that outbreak of a little bit of ocean effect precipitation right in this region right here. Everything moving from the northeast to the southwest. Again, low-level northeast winds have set up everywhere across the I-95 corridor, and a little bit of, don't be surprised if there's a little bit of sleet or snow or rain over the next few hours throughout southern New Jersey and even into southeastern Pennsylvania. Again, that is not related to the developing coastal storm. It is a function of the high pressure over New England and a long fetch of air flowing over the Atlantic Ocean, producing a lake effect type of precipitation, in this case an ocean effect, just breaking out over the last half hour or so. Well, let's go through a few different computer forecast models for this upcoming major coastal storm. All of these maps in the next few minutes are from tropicaltidbits.com. We'll first start off with a look at last night's European ensemble run. This is a collection of different European model runs with slightly different initial conditions. It gives the forecaster more confidence when you look at the ensemble run of the operational model. Again, this is the last night's European model run, and it comes in 24-hour increments. We'll look at this evening's forecast map, which is what we see here, and go right through the duration of this major coastal storm. First of all, by this evening, low pressure starting to develop here, starting to intensify off the mid-Atlantic coastline. All these red areas represent high pressure and an anomalously strong high pressure situated from New England all the way across into the northern plains. We kind of talked about that as a key player here, a blocking pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere. And the blue area here represents low pressure. And let's now jump ahead 24 hours. And here's the forecast map from the European ensemble run of last night for tomorrow night, Tuesday night. By this time, a very strong low pressure area situated just south of Long Island, 999 millibars. Notice all this red area right up in this region here, extending from the upper part of the Midwest all the way into southeastern Canada. It's referred to quite often by meteorologists as a banana high type of situation, simply because it resembles the shape of a banana, and this is basically a brick wall in the atmosphere for this particular low pressure area to run into. And indeed, this is playing a crucial role. It will tend to inhibit the movement of this storm over the next 24 hours or so. This is the forecast location for tomorrow night, Tuesday evening. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. It only moves into the eastern part of New England by Wednesday evening, and then let's jump ahead another 24 hours. It's still situated over the eastern part of New England come Thursday night. Again, we're going back now to tomorrow night's forecast, and it basically runs into that brick wall and stalls out, or even starts to take a little bit of a loop back around. Again, this is not the only model doing this. It runs into that atmospheric brick wall right here around Long Island, southern part of New England, stalls out, even tends to loop back around to the north and west. Anyone old enough like I am to remember Tropical Storm Agnes back in June of 1972, that particular storm took a track off the coast like this, then looped around into eastern Pennsylvania and basically stalled out right there in upstate Pennsylvania until it finally weakened. And that stalling out caused a long duration event, and back in that particular storm it was a significant rainfall event with serious flooding problems, up to 20 inches of rain from Tropical Storm Agnes. Again, some similarity to this predicted track here with a curve back or a loop back, and the bottom line is it is a long duration event, all thanks to this large banana-shaped high pressure system to the north. Long duration means a pile up of rainfall in areas that get rain and a pile up of snow in those areas that get snow. Well, let's now take a look at the NOAA GFS model. This model was slow to the party in predicting this major coastal storm, but it has arrived. It's joined all the other models now. It does in fact have a major coastal storm, perhaps still a little bit of a difference in terms of the surface track, maybe a little bit too far to the south and east. Typical bias of the GFS is oftentimes with coastal storm it has a little bit of a bias to the south and east. This is the forecast map from last night's GFS model for this evening. Similar to the European model, low pressure, relatively weak at this time off the mid-Atlantic coastline. Lots of strong high pressure extending all the way from the northern plains into New England and southeastern Canada. Let's now jump ahead 12 hours. And here's the forecast for tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. That intensification underway here. Notice kind of a banana-shaped high developing here over the upper part of the country from the northern plains to southeastern Canada. Let's jump ahead another 12 hours. And here we go. We got the banana-shaped high here from the Midwest all the way into southeastern Canada. A strong storm, perhaps not quite as strong as predicted by some of the other computer forecast models. This is for Tuesday evening. Again, the brunt of the storm during this time, Tuesday into Tuesday night, perhaps 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts in coastal sections of New Jersey, Long Island, along with that heavy rain. Let's jump ahead another 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for Wednesday morning. Notice very little difference between this time and this time in terms of the movement. It just stalls out basically like the other models. A 998 low sitting right over Long Island or just along the southern New England coastline come Wednesday morning. Still very strong high pressure situated in a blocking pattern here across southeastern Canada come Wednesday morning. Another 12 hours later, and here's that storm again. Hardly any movement at all. In fact, a couple of millibars deeper here, 996 here in southern New England come Wednesday night. There is going to be an unstable weather pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere Wednesday into Thursday, well after perhaps the peak of the storm here on Tuesday and Tuesday night. And with that instability Wednesday night and Thursday, there certainly can be some snow showers, perhaps even some steadier snow into the I-95 corridor. Perhaps even a few snow squalls will form in this pattern anytime from Tuesday night into the day on Thursday. We'll be on the backside of that storm here in the I-95 corridor from D.C. to New York City. Colder air will wrap around, still very unstable in the atmosphere throughout that time period from Tuesday night into Thursday. Well, one final set of maps here we'd like to show is from the North American Mesoscale, the high-resolution version of the NAM model that ran last night. And what we're showing here is the total accumulated snowfall throughout the duration of this long event here. And it does have a good forecast. A couple things we want to point out here. We'll just walk right through this. All these blue areas represent the total accumulated snowfall for this upcoming event, and we'll go all the way to the end of the storm right about here. And this indicates perhaps some snow just to the north and west of I-95. Here's the District of Columbia, Philadelphia right here, New York City. Some snow depicted here just on the northwest side of the I-95 corridor throughout this event. And again, the heaviest snow will occur across the mountainous regions of north-central Pennsylvania all the way to interior sections of New England, and certainly the least amount of snow, if any, from the coastal sections of New Jersey down across the Delmarva Peninsula. Can there be more accumulating snow in the immediate I-95 corridor out of this particular storm? Absolutely. This is not set in stone at this time. The big cities still have to stand on guard. There can be some subtle changes to this pattern that produces more in the way of snow on the backside of this storm, even into the big cities. So stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com, a major coastal storm unfolding, and it will have a long duration impact on the northeast U.S. over the next few days. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.